Bought this hutch a couple years ago from some guy with 2 does and a buck. Didn't have real great luck with breeding, but now I finally got some decent does going, and so I've got a couple of good bucks. And the cages are getting kind of rusty and they're not very good. They're only 30 by 30. Problem is in the winter time, if you put tarps around it or something to keep the cold breezes off the rabbits, well then there's hardly any ventilation. It's too compact. So I decided, and in the summer I had quite a few bunnies or babies and I didn't have enough space, so I needed to build a few more cages. So I went and bought some cage wire at your generic store or whatever, and the wire is really kind of thin. It's small wire. I just hung these off the back of my chicken coop. The feeders are kind of junky, but anyway, I wanted to give the rabbits some more space to be able to have my nice emporium going here. So I took this portable garage that I used to have. It was a 10 by 20 and I cut it down at the gable, made it a little bit smaller for my center supports. I got these 4x4s that are pressure treated. I just took a piece of conduit and drove it in the ground a few feet and drilled a hole down the center over here, stuck it on to keep it from moving. I've got 3 of these going down the middle. For my upper cages, I plan on running my cages and supporting them with conduit right off the top like this. So the cages are going to be hanging over here. There's plenty of room in here. I've got some water nipples that I've tapped into this PVC over here. I just took a fine tap and tapped I tapped the threads on the nipples and go ahead and put the same thread in the PVC. So that's going to be filled up. I plan on running a gutter heater in there just to keep the water warm enough. So I got my upper cages. This is just some cheap plastic roofing. It's held on with zip ties, nothing else. Going to have lower cages over here also. Okay. Going to be able to wrap the whole thing with tarp or build it if I wanted to with some doors and stuff. The roof goes outside the back, so any of the poop coming off the top roof will fall outside. So basically I've got this water system that comes all the way down over here. I just fill it here and fill it here, and it'll feed the water. It'll feed all the rabbits with all the nipples. Also got some fodder I'm growing over here. I've got this set up to grow inside, but it's so nice outside this time of year. I just started this fodder. We got these trays over here. Bought some barley seed because I was reading about it, because obviously if you got a lot of rabbits, you know the cost of feed can be expensive. So I just decided to start this recently. It's been successful. I'm just trying. Just been a week or so. Another thing that maybe, since we're talking about rabbits and stuff, see this automated water system over here. It's obviously it's gotten some use on it, but this is run off of a toilet float valve. Basically over here I've got a toilet float valve inside this piece of PVC over here. Can you get a picture of this? The float valve's right here. It runs inside of here and just keeps the level so that gravity can feed in. So as the water depletes, it fills back up, and that just runs off a garden hose. I got the same thing over here for my chickens. So basically I've got water that's outside the chickens underneath over here. For the chickens, they can come underneath and get water, and there's some place inside for the chickens to get water. I also put a little thing on here, and I was feeding my rabbit, or watering my rabbits. These over here, same kind of thing. Water just kind of comes right off of it. And as the level goes down, like I said, it just fills itself up, and that's great for summertime, but it doesn't work in the winter. So that's about it. I got a shot of the new rabbit hutch over there. The cages are in process of being built. I expect that in the next couple weeks the rabbits will get moved over there. We got some bunnies. I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 weeks old, maybe 5 weeks. You can see they're eating the fodder. What do I have? I got 5 here, 4 over here, a couple there, 8 over there. Got a couple of brooding chickens. I was hoping to get them to start laying again, but who knows. Here, look at all the bunnies over here. I gave them some fodder. They just ate it up like crazy. It was, you know, here's a buck. He ate most of it, left the roots. You can see she's working on it over here. Haven't fed them yet the pellets for the day, but you know, it seems like here, look at the little bunny up here just enjoying the fodder. It's a good idea, I think. Who knows, maybe I'll regret it, but for now, you know, it's obviously trading off labor for money, because it takes time to every day to go ahead and, you know, soak the barley and switch them out and come out and feed them and stuff. I've watched some clips on YouTube with people giving it to the chickens. The chickens haven't been that impressed with it, and then I diagnosed the reason why, because usually the chickens that you see, they're in a dirt cage, and they throw the fodder in there, and then the chickens go over there and they go and get all excited. Well, out here my chickens free range, and they've got acres they can go on, and they can go in the woods, and so this time of year, for them to be getting some grass, they probably think, well, what's the big deal? So the chickens aren't that crazy about the fodder. They eat it, but here you can see over here, you know, they just kind of leave it because there's so much grass around they can eat anyway. So, well, anyway, that's it for now. I guess this chicken coop, this is made out of recycled skids. I just tore some skids apart, cut them apart, and built the chicken coop. Most of the wood was reclaimed. My son and I did that a couple years ago. Looks like it's holding up quite well. Anyway, well, that's it, and just enjoying the rabbits. So everybody have a good day.